Today we're talking about how even just the smallest of changes can lead to huge upgrades in our life. Welcome to another video. For those of you who are new here, my name's Nena and I'm a life coach that specializes in personal development. Here at this channel, we talk about everything having to do with our emotional well-being, understanding our own psychology, and living our best life possible. So if you aren't already a subscriber, please go ahead and join our community because we definitely want you to stay connected. When experts study happiness, they often come back to this idea that a lot of the times small things make a much bigger difference and impact in our life than much larger things. For example, small annoyances can start to really build up and lead to a lot of overwhelm and stress in our life. And on the flip side, little sparks of happiness through our day can often lead to a much better sense of enjoyment and fulfillment in our life. In a video I made a few weeks ago, we talked about how simple pleasures have such a strong impact in our life. And if you didn't see that video, I'll go ahead and link it down in the description box. But what we really discussed there was the concept of really taking notice of the small little miracles in our life, all the small little joys and the things that make us smile, and also just taking time to make sure that we include those small pleasures in our life. So that concept is really important, and today we're going to be talking about a different concept, which is how we can really enhance our life by reducing small annoyances and really upgrading the things in our life that are kind of mediocre. So what we can do is really start to inventory our life and look for all these little annoyances or things that, just could be made better by very small and simple changes. Things that seem trivial actually can be a very big deal, and there is a lot of psychology behind this. Think about, for example, what you are wearing today and how you feel about that. Now, chances are if you're wearing something that you really, really like, you feel better about your day than if you're wearing something that kind of is connected with something negative in your life or just makes you feel not that great about yourself. We have to remember that absolutely everything in our life, even these tiny little things, have meaning. We assign a meaning to them. So they end up greatly influencing how we think and how we feel, and even sometimes how we behave. So I'm going to give you an example from my own life, which again may seem really, really trivial, but for me brought me a lot of joy. One of my favorite parts of the day is the morning. I like to get up really, really early, and I like to just kind of sit outside and have my coffee and really reflect on the day. Well, one day I really noticed that I hated my coffee cup. It was actually bothering me. I kept turning around so I didn't have to see the logo on it, and I wondered why I even owned that coffee cup to begin with. So I got inspired, and later on that day, I went through my cupboard and threw away, or actually gave away, every single coffee cup that did not spark joy for me. Now, if you are a fan of Marie Kondo, you are probably already familiar with this idea of making sure that everything you own is something that really makes you happy, and this concept really worked for me. So I gave away all the ones that were not working for me and I didn't feel was going to be inspiring to me in the morning. I was already feeling really, really good just by doing that, but then I sat down and went on Amazon and decided to go ahead and treat myself to the most awesome coffee cup I could find. I wanted to find something that I would be super happy to drink out of in the morning because I knew it would really enhance my day, which it actually really has. So I found my ultimate coffee cup, which was actually a Game of Thrones coffee cup. I know it's kind of random and I don't really watch television, but for some reason I like that show a lot, and that coffee cup really spoke to me. So it's something that has really made me happy every single morning when I drink out of that cup. Having things that you enjoy visually or that stimulate you really do make upgrades in your life, and that has been the case. This concept can be used in a lot of different ways, and most of them are not actually having to do with material objects, although it certainly can, like the coffee cup example. But another example might be if you know that when you drive to work, you are really irritated by traffic, or you don't like the route you go because you're not seeing things that really inspire you and it bothers you. So you could commit to getting up that 10 minutes early so you could take the scenic route. And that is something that I actually actually had to do in my old job. I really didn't like the route I had to take to work, and it kind of just stressed me out every day, and it certainly did not make me feel inspired. So taking the time to take that scenic route actually really just put me in a much better mood. So this is something that you can turn into a really fun exercise, knowing that you're going to be a lot happier when you are done with it, because most of these changes you can make in about 2 seconds. So, it could be as simple as, again, getting rid of clothes that don't fit you anymore or don't make you happy when you wear them, or knowing that you hate walking into the house and seeing all the shoes disorganized. So just taking that, 5 minutes to, straighten them out. Anything that is a small annoyance that could be, alleviated if you actually just sat down, wrote down all these things and just checked them off. Fix these small problems because you're going to have a better day. I have a client who's actually a writer, and instead of writing on a computer, she likes to write by hand. And she noticed that the quality of her pen affected the quality of her writing. So it's these small details that can really kind of add up and, again, enhance your life. So go ahead today, take time to, again, inventory your life, think about your day-to-day life, and think about things that keep coming up for you, things that, bother you, or things that are, again, just kind of mediocre that you could make better. So if you know that, going back to coffee, that your day is going to be enhanced if you have flavored creamer, why not make sure that that flavored creamer is always available to you? It's just these small, simple things that really make our life better. You want to be a best friend to yourself. You want to treat yourself. You want to, set yourself up for the best day possible. So remember, we can't control all aspects of our life, but there are so many things that we can control, and so many of these things take very minimal effort to do so. So why not take the time to just make these upgrades in your life and think about every single week, what other things that you can add. So make this be an ongoing process, and please let me know in the comments what things came up for you immediately when you were watching this video. What things do you want to change, and then keep me updated on how you are actually going with those changes. So I hope this video was inspiring to you, and if it was, please like it and share it with someone else who may need to hear the same message today. Also, again, if you aren't already a subscriber, please take a moment and become one. We definitely want to stay connected with you. And I thank you so much for spending time with me today. Have an absolutely amazing day.